Hey you guys, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging. In today's video, I'm going to show you a couple different variations of my brow routine. One is a little bit more natural and daytime friendly, and one's a little bit more defined. Having done permanent cosmetics for many years, I was certified back in 2006 and owned a permanent cosmetics practice. One of the biggest complaints that women would make is that the tail end of their brows lost definition. This is such a common problem and makes such a difference in the way that we look. A nicely defined, tasteful brow definitely brings framework to the eyes and lifts the aging face. If you've been stuck in a rut with your brow routine or feel like it could be improved, this is the video for you. If you are brand new to my channel, my name is Stacy. I'm a 53-year-old master in medical esthetician, and I own salons and spas my entire adult life. Skincare is my passion, but I also love makeup and advanced facial rejuvenation. My hope is to share my aging journey and to help men and women feel more confident through the aging process. So let's get right into the brow routine. Now I'm going to use a couple of Benefit products here because these are ones that I've bought over and over again. I've tried a lot of different products, but I always have these on hand. I tend to reach for them a lot, so I wanted to show you my brow routines with these products. Certainly, you can alternate them with the products you have. If you are interested in these products, I will list them in the description box below the video. So when I want a soft look, I'll generally just go in with a little bit of tinted gel. And again, I'll list this down below with the color included, but I love how small this brush is. So I like to very lightly, with a light hand, go against the brows with the first coat and then lift them up. And I do this all the way through to the tail of the brow. And you don't have to put a lot of pressure, just a little bit of pressure to get that pigmented gel onto the actual brow hairs. I have very sparse brows, so I don't have much brow hair at all. This makes a world of difference if you want a very soft, natural looking brow. I'm going to dip in one more time and just do a second coat. Kind of like hair gel, this gives the actual hairs in the brow a little more thickness and body. And I'm just going to add that second coat to give it a little bit more pigmentation. Now I do like these tinted brow gels much better than a powder brow. Years ago, I would use an angled brush and a little bit of brow powder and define my brows that way. I have found that this looks more natural. It emphasizes the brow hairs instead of creating one solid mass of brow powder. My brow routine has definitely evolved over the years and I'm always trying new things. So the second way I do my brows, especially if I want a little more definition, is I start with the pencil, and I like to start at the tail end. What I do is I define the lower brow here, just lightly. And this is such a nice, precise tip on this. And then I come down here, so I'm kind of creating that bottom shape. And then I come up here to where the arch would be, and I start kind of creating some downward hair strokes. This gives a little bit of emphasis on the arch and the tail of the brow where we lose those hairs. This is my struggle point, is the second half of the brow. So I'm just going to do these downward strokes, and then I'm just going to bring this arch over just a little bit. I'm going to just kind of curve it like this, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to give a few upward strokes here. Not a lot, because I like the front of the brow to look a little lighter than the midsection to the tail. All right, you can see this is a little more defined than this brow. So now I'm going to take this spoolie and just lightly blend. And we're going to go in with the brow gel just to emphasize the hairs like we did on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and very lightly, so I'm not rubbing the pigment onto the skin, trying to keep most of that onto the actual brow, and I have hairs everywhere. And we're just going to give those little bit of hairs that I have there some pigment and a little extra body and thickness. I'm going to dip one more time and just go over that lightly. Now you can see these are very similar, but this one has just a little bit more definition. So on the day-to-day when I want to keep things really soft, I like doing just the brow gel by itself. And if I want a little more definition, I use the combination of the pencil and the gel. For a nighttime look, sometimes I'll even go back in and define this even more, but we're getting away from that really boxy structured brow and we're seeing more natural soft brows. I like the emphasis to be on making the hairs stand out, the actual hairs, rather than creating a really solid mass of pigment. If you have any brow products that you've been loving, please share them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any tips for a really beautiful brow, please share those as well. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so very much for joining me today. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to be good to yourselves and to others.